Oh, please take your seat. You may like to introduce yourself to all of us, please.
My name is Baneen. I was born and raised in Sargodha. I have graduated from University of Sargodha in English Language and Literature, and currently I'm serving as a sub-inspector in Punjab Police.
So what do you know about Pakistan? Tell us something about Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Pakistan is a country in South Asia, and it has one of the largest population in the world, and it is also a home to 5 of the largest highest peaks of the world, and it has immense potential if we talk about the people of Pakistan with respect to the potential such as we have scientists such as and we have immense potential if we talk about the literature and art history of the country. Since I'm a student of literature, that's why I'm talking about that. And other than that, Pakistan has an immense potential to grow, but it is facing different challenges with respect to security, economy, and politics, which we are working on right now, and we can overcome those
Tell
challenges.
us something about the political structure of Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Pakistan is a parliamentary democracy, and if we talk about the political structure of Pakistan, it has faced a lot of upheavals since its inception, and we are currently facing political instability, and that the country has been facing since its inception. So the political structure has been, we can say that it has been changing over time, and we have also put forward 3 constitutions with respect to that, and a landmark amendment, 18th amendment to that particular constitution, and that is mostly the political structure of Pakistan.
What is your understanding of manifesto of political parties? What they try to say?
Sir, the manifesto of a political party, it is basically we can say it is a roadmap, a plan of action that a party is giving to its electorate. It is the reason why the people should elect a particular party, that is they are giving. And as far as the election manifestos of Pakistan's political parties are concerned, they have rolled out their political manifestos, and we have seen that they are making grand promises to the people. And but there is something lacking in those political manifestos, and that thing is, I believe, the policy that they should be following to complete those plans that they are giving.
The International Court of Justice has given its verdict.
Yes, sir.
What is the gist of that verdict? What they have said?
Sir, the ICJ has said that Israel should immediately stop the genocide that it is conducting against the Palestinians, and it is considered to be a landmark judgment from the ICJ, as it acknowledges that there is some kind of genocide that is being going on in Palestine against the Palestinians, which was which has not been there since the history of the Israel and Palestine's crisis.
What are the sanctions for the implementation of verdict given by the ICJ?
I believe that at an international level, there should be sanctions with respect to the export of arms to the Israel to stop the genocide, and secondly, there should be a change in the foreign policy of different countries, especially the West, which is largely supporting the Israel's war against the Palestine, and thirdly, these sanctions should revolve around economic sanctions as well to stop the genocide of Israel against Palestine.
Good. What is the number of Muslim population in Israel?
Inside Israel, sir, if we talk about Israel, Muslims are in minority in the state of Israel. Of
course, they are in minority, but yes, still they live there.
Sir, I'm not sure if the exact number of the Muslims.
What is the Muslim population of Gaza?
Gaza, there are 4 million Muslims in Gaza.
And what is the Muslim population of West Bank?
Sir, I need to read that up again.
Chalo. You just identify 3 major global issues which we saw at the turn of this new year, from 2023 to 2024. we saw major global issue, war going on in different parts of the
Yes,
world.
sir. So, firstly, there is a war of Israel against the Palestine.
Okay.
Secondly, there is the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and thirdly, it is the conflict generally in different parts of the world. Different countries are there are political conflicts as well, but I believe there is an economic crisis largely that should also be counted as one of the bigger crises at the turn of
Thank you.
the new year.
Please.
Where are you posted?
So in police line Sargodha, but currently I'm at leave.
Have you worked in a police station?
No, sir. Sir, I joined in May and then I went on training.
Okay.
That is why.
What is the police Roznamcha and how important it is in police working?
Sir, Police Roznamcha, it is a record of all the entries that are that includes all the cases that are registered in a police station in a day, and it is a record that is kept daily by the head constable that is posted as the muharrar of a police station.
Only the cases registered daily.
No,
They
sir,
are
it
mentioned
includes
in-
all the major activities that are going on
Yes,
in a
say
police
that,
station.
What are the parts of the police station?
Different parts. Okay, so sir, there is the SHO office, and then there is the Muharrar office, which is where all the complainants can go first, and then there is a waiting room also. Then there is a lockup in a police station. Then there is a weapon store. It is called. Sir, I forgot the term that is used for it. Then there is a security guard point also where they said.
You have forgotten Malkhana.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about the police hierarchy in a province? What is the structural composition of police hierarchy in
Yes,
a
sir.
province?
So the highest at the police hierarchy would be the IG of the particular province, and then under them would be the additional IGs.
What measures have been mentioned in the Police Order 2002 to improve the working of the police?
In the Police Order 2002. So, sir, there were public safety commissions that were formed in Police Order 2002. So, these are accountability commissions, and they include the members that are elected by the public as well, which are the members of the local government, such as councillors as well, and they are at district level, at provincial level, and at national level as well.
Are they functional?
Sir, currently they are not functional.
And what else?
Then there was a police complaint cell also that was formed at different levels. Against the complainants can register their complaints against the working of police, such as the incidents of police high-handedness that we can see at our daily life.
What do you mean by women empowerment?
So women empowerment means that women should be given equal opportunities in political, economic, and social fields in all spheres of life, and they should not be discriminated just because they are just because of their gender.
So far, what steps have been taken by the government to improve the standard of women empowerment in our country?
Sir, if we talk about in the political sphere, there has been introduction of a political quota. So there should be no less than 5% of the candidates that a party should have women candidates. And then there has been increased representation of women in the National Assembly as well as in the Parliament. If we talk about the economic steps, different economic welfare schemes directing the women, they have been such as the Benazir Income Support Program, and these empower women economically and financially. And then there have been reforms as far as the social sphere is concerned. There has been lawmaking regarding the family laws as well as inheritance laws. So these are some of the steps that have been taken by the government.
Thank you.
Welcome to CSPs Academy for CSS PMS preparation. CSSPMS तहरीरी इम्तिहान के तमाम मज़ामीन की ऑनलाइन और ऑन कैंपस तैयारी के साथ साथ सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्शन, असाइनमेंट चेकिंग, क्लास टेस्ट, मॉक एग्ज़ाम, इंडिविजुअल टीचर डिस्कशन और फीडबैक सेशन का इनकाद किया जाएगा। इसके अलावा FPSC की तजवीज़ करदा बुक्स से बने मयारी नोट्स और CSPs पब्लिशर की बेहतरीन बुक्स मुहैया की जाएंगी।
Baneen, Arundhati Roy is your favorite.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me which are her famous books?
Ma'am, her famous books include Ministry of Utmost Happiness, The God of Small Things, and recently she has introduced another book called Azadi. It is a collection of her essays. These are some of her famous books.
You're talking about Akhand Bharat and Hindutva.
Yes, ma'am.
The current assassinations in Canada, UK, USA,
Yes, ma'am.
and even Pakistan.
Yes, ma'am.
Foreign Office issued a statement yesterday. Did you go through that?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Can you tell us about it?
So, ma'am, there have recently we have seen a surge in the assassinations of different political leaders in India who are talking about their different nationalist plans, such as the Sikh leaders largely who talk about the Khalistan movement. So they have been assassinated by the agents of the RAW, that is the Indian Intelligence Agency. So different countries have criticized them as it is not in the jurisdiction of their to assassinate in foreign lands. So, firstly, it is the interference in the sovereignty of the other country in whose land it is being committed. Secondly, we also see that the government is largely aiming at curbing the opposition, which is against the spirit of democracy. And India is so-called the largest democracy of the world, as it claims itself to be. So that is what we see here. And thirdly, we also see that India is largely not only opposing the the Muslims and other minorities, but also the Hindus as well, who are against their rhetoric largely, which is the one nation, one religion, one language, Hindi, Hindu, and Hindustan. So we see that it is dangerous for democracy in India, as well as it is also dangerous for other countries. So we need to take efforts, we need to take steps at international level with respect to our foreign policy, and there should be a coordination at international level among Canada, USA, and Pakistan, in whose land these crimes are being committed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And Baneen, I'll ask question from Indo-Pak history for first, and then I'll ask question from political science and other subjects.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about the Proclamation Act? When it happened and what significant change it made?
Sir, I'm not aware of Proclamation Act.
Well, there happened an incident in 1857.
Yes, sir.
Different people coined this incident with the different names. What do you believe? Was it a war of independence, or it's a rebellion, or it's a revolt or mutiny?
Sir, we can call it both. We can call it war of independence, and we can also call it a rebellion. If we call it a
Your
rebellion,
view, your
yes,
point
sir.
of view.
Yes, sir. My point of view is that it was both, because
Substantiate your view.
yes, sir. If we analyze the events that happened in the War of 1857, we see that if we call it a war of independence, we see that the people who were fighting that war, they were largely fighting it for their independence from the foreign occupants. But if we call it a rebellion, we will call it that because it was not a unified war by all the segments of society. It was only a rebellion by a handful of soldiers who were revolting against their own immediate officers. It was not, they were not even supported by their own peers, their own the people of
Good,
their own
fine.
land.
In 1885, when Indian National Congress established,
Yes,
Sir
sir.
Syed Ahmad Khan, he asked Muslim not to join Indian National Congress.
Yes.
for two important reasons.
Yes, sir.
Can you name those two important reasons?
Yes, sir. So, firstly, he said that because he did not want Muslims to be dominated by the Hindus in that party, because he said that it is largely a party made for Hindu interest, although it claims to be a national party, but it is not. And secondly, he said that they should be focusing on other important political reasons.
In 1928, when Simon Commission
Yes, sir.
came to Subcontinent,
Yes, sir.
there was only political party who did welcome Simon Commission.
Yes, sir.
Can you name that political
So
party?
that party would be the All India Muslim League.
No.
It was not.
Yes. Okay, you read political science. You know that Plato do not like democracy. What was specific reason?
So the specific reason, he said that it is a rule, it is a mob rule. The people are not educated. They should not be given the right to vote, the right to rule, the right to choose. So they are not prepared for that.
You know that before Plato, Athens
Yes, sir.
was at the peak under the Solon's constitution that was totally a democracy.
Yes, sir.
So Plato was on the other hand, he has on
Yes,
other
sir.
opinion.
Yes, sir. But the kind of democracy that was in Athens, it also bifurcated between slaves and free people, and only free people were allowed the right
What
to
was
vote.
Plato's opinion about the role of women in society?
Yes, sir. So Plato said that women should be given equal role, as women can also become the philosopher king, and they should be given.
Right?
Yes, sir.
This was the view of Plato.
Yes, sir. He said that if there is a person who does not train both of his arms, how can they fight?
Hobbes' very famous book. Name the book.
The Leviathan.
Leviathan. You read British history.
Yes, sir.
King Charles I. He belongs to which part of United Kingdom?
Sir, I'm not aware.
Do you think any implication of glorious revolution is the political system of subcontinent?
Yes. So, sir, the Glorious Revolution was it. We can say that it was the basis of democracy in UK. So, if
Yes.
it would directly have an effect on the democracy in India as well, because the Britishers, they started to believe that if we have democracy, we will be satisfying the people, and that's how we can rule on them for a
My
longer
last
period
question
of
is
time.
about Regulating Act 7073. What do you know about that?
Sir, I'm not aware.
Okay, thank you.
Let's conclude it. Let's conclude the formal intro. Let's have an informal discussion. You can ask questions if you like,
Yes,
and we will give you our feedback. Okay?
yes, sir.
You had I think it is a very good interview with you. There are certain areas where you need to focus now.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You are fully charged with the situation. You are in a good state of preparedness. कब है interview?
Sir, अभी date नहीं है.
Chalo, you are lucky you don't have the date, so you will get some time to prepare yourself more.
Yes, sir.
एक तो तुम्हारा जो केस है ना, मुझे लगता है कि you have heard the name leap frog. या frog leap
Yes, sir.
है, अंग्रेजी के ना उस्ताद हो, तो you see that is the case.
Yes.
अब तुम्हारा जो लास्ट ये जो इंटरव्यू है ना, if you are prepared, it is going to make a difference in your life.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अदरवाइज इसको थोड़ा सा एक तो अपना इंट्रोडक्शन शॉर्ट करो, अपना ठीक करो. तुम्हारा इंट्रोडक्शन जो है ना ऐसे लाउजी सा इंटरव्यू.
Yes, sir.
You must develop a story of struggle in your interview.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तुम्हें पता चले तुम्हारी अचीवमेंट्स क्या. You see, even by this job which you are holding as a sub inspector, is it a competitive job? You must have joined through Public Service Commission.
Yes.
तो बताया नहीं तुमने. अब आप ये कहें कि भाई मैं बनीन हूँ, फैमिली बैकग्राउंड जो ब्रीफली दिस इज माय एजुकेशन, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम के थ्रू पंजाब पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन में सब इंस्पेक्टर सेलेक्ट किया है, लुकिंग फॉर जॉब, स्ट्रगलिंग फॉर जॉब, एग्जाम दे रही हूँ. तो पहले एग्जाम में सेलेक्ट हो गया और मैंने ज्वाइन कर लिया, मैंने दूसरा एग्जाम बेस कर लिया. यू सी, यू ट्राई टू बिल्ड अप ए स्टोरी ऑफ स्ट्रगल, अचीवमेंट, अकम्पलिशमेंट, जो भी आपकी है, ठीक है। यू हैड ए नाइस पर्सनैलिटी, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल बहुत अच्छे हैं आपके, कोई इशू नहीं है। नॉलेज लेवल इज रीजनेबली गुड बट कांस्टेंट, कॉन्फिडेंस है, इंटेलिजेंट हो, सिटिंग पोस्चर ठीक है, वॉइस का इम्पैक्ट ठीक आ रहा है। अब आपने एक तो इंट्रोडक्शन जाके लिखना है अपना 1 पेजर अपने बारे में। 10 पेज लिखोगे तो उसमें एक्सट्रैक्ट करो 1 पेजर। दैट शुड बी ऑब्जेक्टिव नॉट सब्जेक्टिव। फैक्ट्स पे ऑब्जेक्टिविटी हो, आप प्रूव कर सके जी मैं दिस इज माई अचीवमेंट, दिस इज माई बुक, दिस इज माई डिग्री, दिस इज माई सोशल वर्क, समथिंग लाइक दैट, ठीक है। स्टेट ऑफ प्रिपेयर्ड में रहो, छुट्टी लेके अभी वो नहीं देना, छुट्टी लो और कीप ऑन स्ट्रगलिंग। अखबार आपने रोजाना 3 महीने का उठाओ, उनको रिव्यू करो। उनमें से मेजर चीज़ें होती हैं, इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़ हैं, नेशनल न्यूज़ हैं, इकोनॉमिक इश्यूज हैं, सोशल इश्यूज हैं, इनको हाईलाइट करके समझो, एक नोटबुक बनाओ, समथिंग लाइक दिस। ये एक पेज है ना, एक पेज के ऊपर हेडिंग लिखो, इकोनॉमिक चैलेंजेस ऑफ पाकिस्तान, सोशल इश्यूज ऑफ पाकिस्तान, ठीक है ना। तो नीचे 1 2 3 4 पॉइंट लिखो, जिस तरह पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन होती है, और कम से कम 100 टॉपिक लेटेस्ट अपडेट करो। तुम्हारे पास है, यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन, तो उनको रोज बैठकर रिहर्सल करो। इंटरव्यू एज ए कॉन्वर्सेशन, इंस्टेंटली जवाब देना पड़ता है। इन रिटन एग्जामिनेशन यू हैव बीन थॉटफुल, आपका एक थॉट प्रोसेस था, आपने उसको रिप्रोड्यूस किया ऑन योर बुक्स, ऑन योर आंसर शीट। हियर यू हैव टू इंस्टेंटली रिप्लाई। तुम 1-2 चीज़ों को हिट करो, ठीक है ना। तो माशाल्लाह यू आर गुड, यू कैन मेक इट। पंजाब में कंपटीशन इज वेरी टफ बट यू हैव गॉट द पोटेंशियल टू कम्पीट, ठीक है। आप सर,
आप सब इंस्पेक्टर हैं, पुलिस के बारे में तो आप मुकम्मल होना चाहिए, नॉलेज होना चाहिए। बाकी आप में है, आप में पोटेंशियल है, आप जो है अच्छे मार्क्स ले सकती हैं।
Baneen, you have a very good personality. You have a good logical thinking. This paper is your advantage or your disadvantage. If you know everything on it, you are successful. क्योंकि क्वेश्चन इसी से आएगा, और अगर इसमें कोई जवाब नहीं दे सकते तो you have unnecessarily put yourself at a disadvantage. So I would recommend hobbies को कम करो। अब देखो, तुमने कहा watching movies. Movies is such a vast field जिसकी कोई हद नहीं। People can ask you history of movie. Walkie-talkie movies कब शुरू हुई? Black and white क्या था? जो वो silent movies होती थी कब शुरू हुई? South Asia में walkie-talkie कब आई? Color screen कब आया? Which was the first film on color screen? हॉलीवुड फिल्म्स के बारे में, लॉलीवुड के, बॉलीवुड के, फ्रेंच के, ब्रिटिश के, इतनी इंडस्ट्री है। वर्ल्ड फेस्टिवल्स कहाँ पे होते हैं मूवी के, क्या उनके अवार्ड्स होते हैं, हु वाज द लेटेस्ट ऑस्कर अवार्ड विनर, ऑस्कर में क्या ट्रेंड्स हो रही, इतनी भरमार होगी, यू वोंट बी एबल टू डील विद इट। सो इफ यू लिमिट योरसेल्फ, जिस पे फिर आप फोकस कर सके, तो इट विल गिव यू एन एडवांटेज। बॉलिंग की चैंपियनशिप किस तरह होती है? हु आर द चैंपियंस ऑन बॉलिंग? पाकिस्तान में बॉलिंग का क्या स्टेटस है? बॉलिंग का आपके फिजिकल उस पर क्या इफेक्ट होता है? यू नो, ऑल दीज क्वेश्चंस कैन बी आस्क्ड। सेम गोज फॉर द बुक्स। जो बुक्स लिखी हैं उनको रिवाइज करो और क्रिटिकली एनालाइज करो, बिकॉज द क्वेश्चंस विल बी अ क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस ऑफ व्हाट यू हैव रेड, ठीक है। Indecisive and overstimulation are both kind of not very good weaknesses to write. Because if you are in a decision making and you're indecisive, then you are a problem. So I would recommend to write something else, you know. What do you mean by overstimulation? Do you take drugs? So what are you writing here? Do you have a lot of dopamine going on? So weaknesses को सोच के लिखो, क्योंकि उन पे अगर सवाल आए, it can put you in a spot. Otherwise, you're very good, and I'm confident you'll be successful. Thank you, Dr. Zaf.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, Baneen, आपकी preparation बहुत अच्छी है. You answer very well. I would say कि आप थोड़ा सा फोकस क्योंकि आपने ब्रिटिश हिस्ट्री पढ़ी है और उनका बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस है. ब्रिटेन भी उनकी कॉलोनी, कनाडा भी उनकी कॉलोनी, ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी उनकी कॉलोनी और हम भी उनकी कॉलोनी. तो व्हाट सिग्निफिकेंट चेंजेस द ब्रॉड. तो वो जो टाइम स्पैन है ना, जो आपकी हिस्ट्री का स्टार्ट होता है, तो वहाँ पर आप इंटरव्यू पैनल में आपसे बहुत चीज़ें पूछेंगे. वो उसका वो जो चीज़ें लेकर आए, वो जो चेंजेस लेकर आए थ्रू डिफरेंट रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट के तहत, चार्टर एक्ट के तहत, एंड दे इंट्रोड्यूस रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डेमोक्रेसी हियर इन सब कॉन्टिनेंट. क्योंकि उनके आने से पहले यहाँ पर क्या था, यहाँ पर एब्सोल्यूट मोनार्की थी, एंड दे इंट्रोड्यूस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनलिज्म. ठीक है, रूल ऑफ लॉ क्या है, गुड गवर्नेंस क्या है, हाउ दे इंट्रोड्यूस ऑल दीज थिंग्स. जबकि यहाँ के लोग जो इन चीज़ों के लिए तैयार नहीं थे, एंड दे हैव अ रेजिस्टेंस, दे फेस रेजिस्टेंस, स्टिफ रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द पीपल ऑफ सबकॉन्टिनेंट. तो इन सब चीज़ों को छोटे छोटे से, जैसे प्रोक्लेमेशन एक्ट है, रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट है, चार्टर एक्ट 1833 है, इनको रीडिंग करें थोड़ा सा और अपने माइंड में एक उनका आंसर बना लें. प्लेटो जो था ना, आई थिंक सो कि ही वो उसने जो वुमेन्स को रोल दिया था ना, वो डोमेस्टिक रोल दिया था, उससे ज़्यादा रोल नहीं था. आपने जेंडर स्टडीज़ भी पढ़ी, सर इसी हवाले से उसको स्टडी कर लीजिएगा. एथेंस में क्या प्लेटोज इन पॉलिटिकल थॉट ऑफ प्लेटो, व्हाट रोल गिवन टू द वुमेन्स. ठीक है, तो वो फिलोसफर किंग की बात जो करता है ना, फिलोसफर क्वीन की बात नहीं की उसने. आप इसको फर्दर देख लीजिएगा. ठीक है, और छोटे क्वेश्चंस को जो है ना, आपने बहुत अच्छा आंसर्स किया इन्हीं जिन्हीं लाइन, क्योंकि आप फ्रेश हैं. फ्रेश, इससे पहले आपने सीएसएस के पेपर दिए, आपके आंसर्स बहुत अच्छे थे. और इनको थोड़ा सा और, जैसे क्राउचिंग पोजीशन होती है ना, जब क्राउचिंग टाइगर पोजीशन, यू नो अबाउट दैट, बिफोर गोइंग अटैक, तो वो अपने आप को इस पोजीशन में लेके आता था कि वो फाइनल लीप लेता है, कि जैसे सर ने बोला फ्रॉग लीप, सर आपने बोला उस पोजीशन में है आप. तो आप इन चीज़ों को एक मरतबा रिवाइज करें, आप अच्छा स्कोर कर सकती हैं इंटरव्यू में. ठीक है,
तो यू आर वेरी गुड. तुम जाओ, तैयारी करो. यू हैव गॉट द पोटेंशियल. जो मैडम ने कहा है, अपने ड्रेस कोड को फॉलो करो और अखबार पढ़ो. बस जाओ.